nearly 8% after its new CEO's turnaround efforts like breakfast all day and other menu changes seems to have paid off. Same-store sales rose in the U.S. for the first time in 2 years last quarter, up 4% globally. The earnings news today wasn't all good, though. The Dow's biggest decliner is American Express. Shares down 6% after posting a drop in profits last night. And Caterpillar lowering its full-year profit guidance after posting weak results for its mining equipment. But there was some good news today in housing. Sales of existing homes shot up nearly 5% in September after slipping a little bit in August. Sales are now close to an 8-year high thanks to low mortgage rates and a pretty healthy job market. Tom Busby, CNBC Radio.
There are no guarantees in love, but there is a guarantee from EH Plus by eHarmony, our new personal matchmaking service. At EH Plus, your own personal matchmaker gets to know you so well, we can guarantee introductions that will be satisfying and exciting. EH Plus goes far beyond regular online dating sites, and that's a guarantee. Visit us at ehplus.com/love or call 1-855-930-LOVE.
Do you want to learn how to earn commissions of up to 20% by laundering millions of foreign dollars?
Well, we can't help you with that. But among the many IT problems we solve, Barracuda's email security solutions keep email phishing attacks like this from entering your business network and any valuable data from leaking out. Reclaim your network like 150,000 other businesses have. To learn more about stopping email-borne threats, visit barracuda.com/email.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Good afternoon. It's 12:03. I'm Di Rice with the latest in live local news here on Kcaa 1050 AM. 2 Inland Empire residents and a DMV clerk are among 6 people indicted in a bogus identity scheme. Federal prosecutors say that legitimate birth certificates and social security numbers were obtained from Puerto Rican citizens to create new identities. These were sold to people willing to pay thousands of dollars for fraudulent identity documents. Those people, including previously deported felons, paid up to $5,000 for the phony IDs. The defendants, for an additional fee, allegedly helped their clients use documents to apply for driver's license and California ID cards under the assumed identities. Inland Empire residents named in the indictments are Adolfo Maria Cruz, 47, and Jose Cruz, 49, both of Corona. And the California State University faculty members began voting this week on whether to authorize their union or to call a strike. The Faculty Association, which represents about 25,000 professors, lecturers, librarians, counselors, and coaches, and the CSU, the largest university system with 460,000 students, have been negotiating since May. If the strike action is authorized, a walkout could take place as soon as January. According to union officials, CSU officials and the faculty organization have already declared an impasse and are in a fact-finding stage of salary negotiations. CSU has offered union members a 2% raise, the same increase that other system employees received for the coming year. The union is demanding 5%. Inland Empire weather, sunny and nice today, high near 80, not a cloud in the sky, overnight low about 60. Currently, we are at 77 degrees here in San Bernardino, and your drive's looking really nice too. Stop and go traffic, that's about it out there on the 15 northbound between the 60 and Harupa. Other than that, you are looking good. Have yourself a mighty fine Thursday. Dave Ramsey's coming up next on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
Larry Burnett here, inviting you to join Mark Mancini, Fred Wallen, and me for Open Season every Thursday at 3:05 p.m. here on KCAA. We talk sports the way real sports fans talk sports, and we talk sports with some of the biggest names in the game. Names like Vin Scully, Jerry West, Goldberg, Tommy John, Sam Bam Cunningham, and Byron Scott. We tackle the issues and we don't pull any punches. So join us for Open Season every Thursday afternoon here on KCAA AM and FM.
That's 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
Determination.
You can be intentional about your character, your work ethic.
You've got to be on the same page.
Today we're calling to let you know we are debt-free, house and everything.
You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people.
Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. You jump in. We'll talk about your life and your money. It's a free call at 888-825-5225. You jump in and we will talk. Amanda is with us. Amanda's in Cincinnati. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I just got married this year, and I have some college debt, and I have the money in the bank to pay it. However, last year when I filed my taxes, they told me not to go ahead and pay it off because we would have zero deductions. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
Well, let's work through the math for a second. How much do you owe on your student loans? $14,000. Okay. And what's the interest rate?
2.88.
Okay. And so you paid $403 in interest.
Yes.
Okay. And what do you make a year?
Combined now, we make about $85,000.
Okay. So you're in a 25% tax bracket. Okay.
Okay.
When you take a $400 tax deduction, it means you do not pay taxes on $400 of your income. Does that sound right?
Okay.
Which means that if you had paid taxes on the extra $400, you would have had to pay taxes of 25% of that amount, or $100.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And so what these fools that are doing your taxes told you is that it's smarter for you to send Sally Mae $400 than it is to send the government $100.
Okay.
You see what I did?
Yes. Then I'll just go ahead and pay that off, and we'll be debt-free then.
And if you want to make that trade, you can do it anytime by increasing your giving to your church or your charity.
Yes, we do that as well.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you want to trade $100 for $400, anytime you want to do that, you can either send it to me and I'll make the trade for you, or you can give it to you can have a tax deduction by increasing your charitable giving.
Okay.
You see my reasoning? You follow the math?
I do.
Fire your tax preparer.
You
should always have tax people that can add.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for the call. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Jennifer's in Los Angeles. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm great, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I'm 28 years old. I'm living at home, and I've calculated out I make $36,000 a year. I've got $33,000 saved for a home purchase, which is nowhere near enough. I have an opportunity to move out, but it would be into an apartment. And I'm curious, do I plug away and live at home for another 2 to 4 years? Or do I take this opportunity to to move out and get on my own.
Can you be in the new apartment by Friday?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, that's what you should do. Let me just tell you, you've done a great job with money, and you obviously have a quality relationship, I hope, with your parents.
Oh, I do, a wonderful one.
Otherwise, you would not have been able to stay there unless you were just crazy and stayed in the middle of crazy. But obviously, it's a good thing. And our kids were the same way, Jennifer. We all of our kids, we did not have major problems. And so, like when Denise, my oldest one, graduated from college many years ago, she just turned 30, so this was, 8 years ago. When she came back to Nashville from college, she lived with us for a couple months. And we didn't mind it a bit. She could still be there. She's so easy, you know. She's just no drama. She's just a sweet person. And, you know, it wouldn't have bothered us a bit. And that's kind of the way you guys are.
Mm-hmm.
The beautiful thing happened, though, when she moved out, the caterpillar became a butterfly. There's something that happens when you start taking care of all your own stuff and you have your space in your emotional maturity and development. It's another step. And I think you're going to see parts of you that you hadn't seen in a long time when you do this. It has nothing to do with the money. It's got to do with having it's got to do with having a life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want you to go have a life, an awesome life. And I don't want you to damage your relationship with mom and dad or be disrespectful on the way out. They may or may not understand this because they may just be doing math. And so
that's exactly what they're doing.
And they may just say, oh, why would you just waste that money? You can stay here, sweetie. It's okay. You know, and all of that. And you could, but you're missing something by doing that. And I've just seen each of mine as they've gone out on their own in their 20s and stood on their own and paid their own light bill and bought their own groceries and picked their own mouthwash and all that stuff and had to, their clothes were dirty unless they got them cleaned, all that kind of stuff. It's just been awesome to watch them in their growth. And I'm not saying you're not a full-on adult, but I am saying you're going to discover this. You call me back in 6 months, you tell me if I'm wrong, okay?
Absolutely.
I'll be out by Friday.
Well, thank you, Dave.
Thanks for the call. Open phones this hour, 888-825-5225. You know, I can say that now because, you know, when I started this show, I was 32 years old. Now I'm 55. I mean, I had little kids. They're grown. They're out of the house now. So if you call me up and your 26-year-old's at home and I tell you throw them out, it's because I love them. And you too. And it's good for you to get that 26-year-old out of your basement. Now, listen, it's nothing wrong with having a safety net. If somebody bounces off a life and they need somebody to catch them for a second, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a difference in a net and a hammock. Nets aren't comfortable. They catch you. You don't die, but they're not comfortable. So get them up and get them out. You know, an eagle that doesn't leave the nest is eventually known as a turkey. So you need to, it's good for you. It's good for you. There's especially, and I'll just, you go ahead and get the emails ready. Y'all get the emails ready? All you feminists, get your emails ready. Especially men. Women, I don't think it does as much damage to them. I don't think that girl I'm talking to does much damage for her to live with her parents. But a guy that doesn't get out on his own, it stunts his manhood, man. And girls are shaking their head out in the lobby right now going, yeah, I don't want to date a guy who lives in his mother's basement, you know. And there's just something about that, isn't it? And some of you guys are mad now, and some of you think I'm being sexist. I'm not. I'm just saying there's a difference. There's a difference. And we do have a serious manhood crisis in this culture. And some of it's got to do with that. So love your young man enough to kick his little butt out in the street. It's good for him to leave. I read a cool old autobiography. You can hardly read it because the language is just so convoluted. Not dirty language. The use of words is so convoluted because it was written by Davy Crockett. It was his autobiography. And he didn't read or write. And so it was all done phonetically. And it's very weird to read the thing. But he left home at 12 and killed a bar. And he ate off that bar for a while. If you don't know what a bar is, it's spelled B-E-A-R. Bear. He killed a bar. Had a musket that was taller than he was. Now, I'm not suggesting your 12-year-old go out and kill a bar, but somewhere between there and where we are now is probably a good place. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, it's Larry Burnett inviting you to talk sports with Fred Wallen, Mark Mancini, and me on Open Season Thursdays at 3:05 p.m. right here on KCAA AM and FM.
That's KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
The Rancho Cucamonga Chamber of Commerce's 19th annual Vintners Dinner Celebration takes place Friday evening, November 13th at the Ontario Convention Center. The evening will feature great restaurants, caterers, and wineries of the area, a silent auction, and live music. This will be the event of the year. Reservations are required. Contact the Chamber at 909-987-1012, 909-987-1012, or ranchochamber.org.
With other companies, I always felt I was not kept in the loop. So coming to the final day at signing, I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. I just knew I had to sign a bunch of papers. But with Churchill Mortgage, I knew exactly what was expected of me and what was going to happen. There was no surprises.
Call Churchill Mortgage today or visit us online to discover why we're the only mortgage company Dave Ramsey has ever endorsed.
This is KCAA.
What have I learned so far? Well, I've learned there's no one right path for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I could only do so much. My options were limited, very limited. I found a free personalized learning program with Learn for Life that has a flexible schedule so I can keep my job while earning my high school diploma. I found a new career with training opportunities that would jumpstart my future. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I could change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN, the number 4, LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
We found the problem with your car. Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
What?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
Gather your friends, your golf buddies, your church group, the people in your office, even the ones you don't like. October 24th is the date for this year's Ontario Airport plane pull for the USO. Travelers Aid of the Inland Empire and Baldy View ROP also benefit. Be there Saturday morning, October 24th at the Old Terminal 1, Vineyard Avenue and Airport Drive. Bring the family. The Ontario plane pull is presented by Ontario International Airport and the Friends of Ontario Airport. Major sponsorship includes Los Angeles World Airports and KCAA 1050 AM.
We supply the words, you paint the picture. AM 1050, KCAA.
Thank you for joining us, America. We're so glad you are here. Kevin is with us in Denver. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm better than I deserve. How are you?
Just the same. How can I help?
Yes, so I have a question. I'm currently in a job where the company's selling it, and they'll be. I'm wondering if I should stick it out, given day bonus and severance, PTO buyout, and that sort of thing.
So for sure, they've announced you're gone.
Yep.
When?
This will be conclusion. Nothing. Well, it's about. I would say it's looking like next summer.
Okay. So you got almost a year, give or take. It's 9 months, right? And and you make what a year?
I am hourly, paid hourly, roughly. I project out about 55 this year.
Okay. And what will your severance package be?
We actually don't know what that would be yet. I will have 2 years of service, so.
When will you know?
I will know maybe within the next month or two.
Okay. Whether you stick it out or not has a lot to do with the size of the severance and your ability to land another job, right?
Right, correct.
So let's run a couple of scenarios. What do you do?
I'm an accountant.
Okay. So how hard is it going to be for you to land something?
Well, the way things look here in the Denver market right now, it looks like there might be jobs aplenty, actually.
Yeah, I think you might, and you might actually get a raise, okay? So let's pretend you start looking for a job and somebody offered you $65 a year, and your severance package was $5,000. Well, you'd be crazy not to take it today, right? You move from 55 to 65, and you're not going to wait on $5,000 to do that. Follow me? But let's say you got a job offer of 55, the same, but your severance package is 55. Well, I think we're going to hang around for that puppy. Now, I don't know which one of those it is. Those were two extremes to make the point. But that's how you do it. You just analyze and look and say, is it worth hanging around to do that?
Right.
There's no moral obligation on you to hang.
Correct.
None whatsoever. So they got to make it worth your while for you to stick around. But, you know, let's say that they give you a date of May 1 and you're down in March, and so you can hang around an extra month and make $10,000 more and make about the same money at the same place, at the next place, then you want to try to hang around and grab that, right?
Yeah, correct.
It's kind of like a signing bonus. But if the signing bonus is too small for you to stick around compared to your new gig, then, you know, so I think you need two pieces of information. One is I think you need to be out there shopping for jobs and looking for positions, get some offers, and, you know, you're being truthful in the interview, and it's, are you ready to come today? Well, I have a job through the summer, but if your offer is good enough that I can afford to walk away from the severance, then I can come today, and that's the truth, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And just begin to look. Now, then somebody comes along, offers you $75,000, and then 2 weeks later you find out the severance is, or a day later you find out the severance is $5,000, then you know you're going to be taking that one and walking early. So you just kind of, but you need those two pieces of information. So I'm out there looking for a job, and I'm going to keep my finger on the pulse of this severance package offer and see what it looks like. If you were going to guess, do you have any basis to guess what they might offer you guys?
Well, I actually have a disclosed stay bonus amount, but I don't know what the severance amount will be at the end. So,
how much is your stay bonus?
It's 2 months worth of salary.
So $10,000.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's, you know, pretty good. So, but again, you don't want to hang around for $10,000 if your new job is going to be paying you more than $10,000 a year more, because the job market's tight and you're able to move up a notch when you go in. But if you're going to take a pay cut, then we'll wait.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to move for that.
Yeah, we'll milk it. We'll milk it down to the end, take the signing bonus, and go on. So the stay bonus. But you know, so if you got another 10 coming in severance, then that's $20,000. There's going to be somebody's going to have to make you a pretty sweet offer to walk out there early.
Right.
And but you might find one. I don't know. You know, like you said, the Denver economy's doing pretty well. I'll be there tonight. I'm getting ready to head that way in just a few minutes, and we're doing one of our Entree Leadership events there tomorrow. So, but hey, thanks for the call, dude. We appreciate you joining us. Speaking of hiring, we're doing a lot of hiring. Yeah, Ramsey Solutions, our company. We've got over 500 folks here. You've heard that. And that's a huge milestone. We broke that 500 mark, and whew, that's a lot of folks. And it's fun, though. We have got a great team. You know, one of the best things, you get to work with smart people. Man, it's just, life's so much better working with smart people. And with the launch of all these digital products we're putting out there, Every Dollar, that online budgeting tool, and our Smart Dollar, which is companies teaching our classes to their team members. Oh, that one's very cool. And the launches of these books and all these other kinds of, we got digital coming out of here. So we're looking for seriously motivated, driven senior digital designers, experts in problem solving, UI, digital product design. Now, we hire thoroughbreds. It's all we do. I mean, if you're just looking for a job and don't want to work and you want to collect a check, go someplace else. I ain't got time for you. But if you want to leave the cave, kill something, and drag it home, you want to work on work that matters like we do around here. If you're hungry, you're humble, you love what we do here, we need you if you're in the tech field. Big time. Got a lot of tech positions. Go to DaveRamsey.com. Click on Dave's Hiring on the right-hand side of the homepage. We've got a lot of other positions as well, but the tech is probably 100 tech positions popping up around here right now. Crazy. And we're doing work that matters, guys. It's a big deal. We've been voted best place to work in Nashville for 8 years. So spread the word. Visit DaveRamsey.com. On the right-hand side, click Dave's Hiring. Jennifer is with us in Denver. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm great, Dave. How are you today?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, first I have to let you know that one of your debt-free screamers gave me some great advice. They said that they always asked themselves when they were looking at something to buy whether they wanted to have that or be out of debt, and that works great for me.
Ah, very cool. Good.
But what I'm having some problems with is we're really starting to get gazelle intense, and my husband's over the road, well, not over the road, but he drives quite a bit. He works probably 90 to 110 hours a week, so he's not home much.
Wow.
So I'm, really listening to your show. I'm reading your books, and I just got done reading The Legacy Journey, or I'm kind of in the middle of it. But I really feel God tugging on my heart to start tithing. It's something we have never done. Our parents have never done it, so it's just not something we're, used to doing. And my husband doesn't put his foot down very often, but he just absolutely says no. He says he'd rather give his money, put his money in retirement than give it to someone else. And I don't know if, kind of where to go with that.
So you're looking at this. You're looking at this through the perspective of what? You're a Christian?
I am, and he is as well. Okay. It's just nothing that we've ever done. Our parents haven't done it. I would say that I'm much farther in my walk with the Lord than he is.
Well, one of the things I had to establish when I decided I was, and I did this as an adult, that I decided I was going to believe in God, was then the next part of that was I decided that that the Bible is the Word of God, meaning it's His instruction manual on how to live my life, right? Now, does your husband believe that? No, you hesitated too long. Okay. So,
I think so, but how much he's really read into it, I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't ask if he was a biblical scholar. I just asked if he believed that the Word of God was there. Because, that's what we're discussing here is a faith-type action. And so if you come down to you believe what the Bible says, then you say, well, we're not really arguing with you. We're not really arguing with me. You're arguing with God at that point. And so I don't care what he thinks if he's a believer, so this is a crisis of faith for him is what it amounts to. I think you guys began to talk about this on the faith basis, and I would recommend if he called me that he try it for 90 days. Try giving for 90 days. I don't think he'll ever go back. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Listening to KCAA Loma Linda at 106.5 FM, K293CF Moreno Valley.
California headline news. Dry conditions continue in the state today, but with El Nino conditions forecast for the coming months, state officials are urging residents to take advantage of this flood preparedness week and get ready for what lies ahead.
California volunteers will call to action all the various community emergency response teams, or what are known as CERT teams, to really help with on-the-ground flood preparedness activities.
Karen Baker, Chief Services Director for the state. Southern California, of particular concern when it comes to flooding due to forecast heavy downpours leading to mudslides and debris flows. Sacramento Mayor Kevin Johnson maintains a renewed focus on old allegations of sexual abuse did not factor into his decision not to seek a third term.
I thought the way for me that when it was time to run for office in the first place, I would have never run if those allegations were something that concerned me.
LA Dodgers manager Don Mattingly agreed to part ways. Geico weather, mostly dry conditions around the state. Jeff Scott, California News.
The 2015 Kcaa features plush leather seating that will feel to your hemorrhoids like sitting on lava-hot knitting needles.
Not if you step up to relief with the power of two from Preparation H. First, use Preparation H medicated wipes to soothe as they clean. Then Preparation H Maximum Strength Cream to relieve pain and burning.
Now sink into that rich upholstery. Luxurious.
Preparation H. Don't stand for hemorrhoids. Use as directed.
And try specially formulated medicated wipes for women.
Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And for the second year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Number 3030.
It's time for the Kcaa Community Calendar, brought to you exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools. The clear mission of Learn for Life is to motivate and mentor students who have dropped out of school and provide them with the personalized education and technical training necessary to advance their lives.
Here's a look at the KCAA Community Calendar. I'm Di Rice. The 4th annual Eat and Be Well serves up free, fun food and much-needed health services to Inland Empire's underserved populations. The annual Project Boone event draws hundreds of people together for a fun-filled day of feasting, music, and dancing. The 4th annual Eat and Be Well happens November 25th, the day before Thanksgiving, at Seville Park in Fontana, beginning at 10 a.m. The goal of Eat and Be Well is to serve over 1,500 attendees, and Eat and Be Well relies on donations to cover the cost of food items. Eat and Be Well also serves up long-term health and wellness by partnering with other nonprofits that have programs to help the underserved population. You can contribute or sign up to volunteer at Eat and Be Well's website, or you can drop off canned food like sweet potatoes, corn, green beans, and cranberry sauce at Cowboy Burgers and Barbecue in Rancho Cucamonga. For more information, visit www.eatbewell.org and help put the giving into Thanksgiving with the 4th annual Eat and Be Well celebration. Again, go to www.eatbewell.org and be a part of the giving this holiday season. That's a look at the community calendar on KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
The KCAA Community Calendar is presented exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools where students can complete their education on a part-time basis. To find a resource center nearest you, call 1-877-360-LEARN or visit Learn for Life online at learn4life.org.
We found the problem with your car. Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
What?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
Here's your Money Minute with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
If you follow the markets, you've probably been getting seasick lately. But what if I told you that market volatility can be a good thing? If you're a bargain hunter, this is your coupon. So keep your shopping list handy. If you're a long-term investor with plenty of time before retirement, the money going into your 401k each month will buy more shares when the markets are down. And if you have a good financial plan, you can relax while others worry, because that plan will carry you beyond today's headlines. Of course, you should always consider professional guidance before making any financial decisions. That's your Money Minute. I'm Mo Ansari.
For more tips on investing during market volatility and other investment topics, listen to Market Wrap weekdays at 5 p.m. on this station. For a free consultation with Mo Ansari, call 800-388-9700. That's 800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds Custodian Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
KCAA.
In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Judy's here. Hi, Judy. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
Better than I deserve. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. So where do you live?
From Houston, Texas.
Very cool. And here to do a debt-free scream.
Yes, finally.
All the way to Nashville. How much did you pay off?
About $58,000.
Very cool. And how long did that take you?
About 4 years.
Good.
But the last 2 years and 5 months was most of it at $44,000.
A year income? Or for $44,000 in the last 2 years?
Of debt paid off.
Correct. Oh, wow. Yeah, you killed it. That's very good. Making what kind of money?
I have some colleagues listening, but I recently had a promotion. Most of it was in the 30s, and then I had a significant promotion this
above
past
that. Okay.
February, yes.
Okay, 30 plus, we'll call it. All right. Very good. Good for you. Wow. Congratulations. What kind of debt was the $58,000?
So, furniture set, living room furniture set. Also, I had a car, which is funny because when I bought the car on the way home, the Baker Street, your theme song came on, and I thought, Dave's yelling at me. Anyhow, so I knew it wasn't a good decision. But anyhow, so...
how much was the car debt?
The car debt actually was only $11,140 that I paid off in 1 month, past my goal of 18 months.
Okay.
So it was 19. And the rest of it was student loans.
Very cool. So what happened 2 years ago that caused us to go into overdrive?
Well, I want a dog. And it's just me. I'm by myself. I want a dog. And the kind of dog that I want, a German Shepherd, can't live in an apartment. So I need to put myself in a position to where I can be in a house and have the dog, roam free. And that was an incredible drive. So,
okay.
Believe it or not.
So I need a house so that I can get a dog.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That'll go. That'll make you go. And then how'd you get connected to us?
Let's see. Essentially through a coworker. Many years ago, I would listen to your programs on, my lunch break and so forth. And then I'm just a big believer. I refer to you as my financial dad. I've been to 2 of your Total Money Makeover events and 2 of your smart conferences.
Wow.
Great, awesome times.
Wow.
And I've just about bought all the books in here already.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm definitely a Dave Ramsey fan, all the way. If you need any help with speakers, that would be great. But anyhow, we'll talk about that later.
You have colleagues listening, yeah?
Oops. Well, anyhow.
Wow. Well, congratulations. Amazing. Very cool stuff. So, what was the key to you being able to pull this off, to getting out of debt, to paying off $58,000 worth of debt?
Wow. Focus and determination. Growing up, I learned how to be creative and resourceful, and that coming from a meager, beginnings really helped put things into overdrive. I thought, if I didn't have it then, I don't need it now. But now it's my choice to do without. And so now I'm buying, little trinkets, and I have a clothing budget, and it's kind of neat.
Wow.
Anyhow, so yeah, focus and dedication. Throughout this whole journey, I'd like to say that I had at different times up to 5 jobs at the same time. That was an interesting conversation with my niece. She thought that I just kept getting fired. I thought, no, that's not the principle I'm trying to show you. So just taking different opportunities and so forth. And
what was the worst job you had?
Oh goodness, that was it was actually recently. It was a production assistant job for an event. It was a one-time, and it was grueling work, 7:30 in the morning all the way to 1 a.m. the next morning. So it was a lot.
And sometimes the folks aren't nice.
And sometimes the folks aren't nice. But, that's okay, because now I get to be here with you. Yeah. So, and everyone here and everyone out there listening, just keep at it. Keep doing it, because it'll come.
Very cool. Very cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you're single?
Yes.
So what was the hardest part of this?
So doing this all by myself. I had some accountability partners. They're a great group of friends, 2 different couples. So they would help every now and then, but really it was just, you talk about it all the time as far as defining your want. And, now, right now I'm kind of defining my new carrot to follow. So I've been checking out the house websites, and it's still, a couple years off, but it's what are you willing to work for? Yeah. And that's what pulled me through.
Yeah, you set that goal out there, that carrot out there in front of you. It keeps you moving.
Absolutely.
Single or married, you got to have something that keeps you moving towards it. That's very, very true.
And something real quick, I'm so sorry, but something that I asked one of your production PA teams earlier, it would be great if you had like singles events, but anyhow. Just
same principles. It's the same principles whether you're single or whether you're married. They don't change. It's still get out of debt, get on a budget. It's still the same thing. It's just the good news is you don't have anybody you have to talk into this. The bad news is you don't have anybody yell at you if you don't do it.
Right.
So I mean, it's a different dynamic in that regard. But the rest of it, other than the dynamics, are the same. So very cool. Well, congratulations. Very, very proud of you. All right,
Thank
Judy
you.
from Houston, Texas, $58,000 paid off in 4 years. 44 of that in the last 2, making $30,000+ a year. Single lady. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. I'm debt-free!
Yes! Way to go, kiddo. Well done, well done. I love it, I love it. That's a blast. Open phones this hour at 888-825-5225. You jump in. We'll talk about your life, your money. Beverly's in Idaho. Hi, Beverly. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave.
Hey.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
I have a very quick question for you. We owe $220,000 on our mortgage. It's the only debt that we have. I have been making principal-only payments in addition to my mortgage payment of $648 a month. Towards the end of this year, it looks like we will have between $60,000 and $70,000 that we could dump towards principal only. Is that smart to do, or should we wait until we have the full amount?
And you have no other debt.
No other debt.
And you have your emergency fund in addition to this money of 3 to 6 months of expenses.
Yes.
And you're putting 15% of your income towards retirement.
Yes.
Do you have children that you're saving for college necessarily?
They're all grown and gone.
No trouble there then.
No.
So we're down to what we call baby step 6 then, is what we come up to, and that's to pay off the home early as fast as you possibly can. And so, yes, everything above the emergency fund I throw towards the house as quickly as I can.
Okay.
Your rate of return on that's your mortgage interest rate. What's your mortgage interest rate?
3.375.
Okay. And so if your money's sitting in the bank making 1, you're making more on it, putting it towards the mortgage.
Okay.
And if it's sitting in investments, you might make more on it there, but not adjusted for risk. So I'm going to throw it at the mortgage as hard as I can go above your emergency fund. And you were already had that mindset anyway of having your home paid off early as quickly as possible. And all this does is accelerate it a little bit.
That's right.
Any hold up on doing that?
No. If we throw that money at the 220,
220,
will we begin to see it go down even more quickly?
Sure, because more of your payment then is going towards principal rather than interest out of each payment.
Okay.
So out of your monthly payment, you will see it go down more quickly.
Okay.
Because you slide forward in the amortization schedule is what happens to a new balanced level.
Okay.
And it's calculated on a mathematics basis like simple interest, meaning the interest is calculated on the outstanding balance. And that portion of your payment is a smaller portion because you're paying less interest because you have less of a balance at that point. Hey, thanks for the call. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
We have our friend and longtime partner, Howard Russell, who is the CEO and president of Christian Healthcare Ministries. Howard, it works. It's affordable for followers of Christ. This is, in fact, an actual ministry. It's not just a word in the title of your organization.
There's a wonderful model that members in all 50 states, they pay a monthly membership fee. If they have medical bills, they send those bills into us. We send the money to the member who then pays the bills. That model works because it finds its basis in the Bible in Acts chapters 2 and 4. That's what we do, and we are legal, plus we are more affordable.
You can go to chministries.org. That's chministries.org. And on their website, you can get every answer that you could possibly ever need, and you can communicate with their amazing team. So check it out now, chministries.org.
This is KCAA.
What have I learned so far? I've learned that there is no one path that's right for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I can only do so much. My options were limited. I found a free personalized learning program with Learn for Life that is a flexible schedule so I could keep my job while earning my high school diploma. I found new career training opportunities that would jumpstart my future. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I can change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN4LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
We found the problem with your car. Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
What?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
KCAA, where every day is a great day. KCAA, Loma Linda.
I'm all dressed up with nowhere to go. Walking with the dead man over my shoulder.
Thank you for joining us, America. We're so glad you are here. Lynn is with us in St. Louis. Hi, Lynn. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I just have a quick question. I have been a foster parent for quite a while now, and we recently completed our first adoption. So with that, we will continue to receive what they call stipend payments for our child.
Yes.
And we have just typically just thrown that into a savings account for our child.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're thinking our child is very, very young.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be able to just save these checks for our child. So when our child reaches age, they'll have a college fund. We're just not sure about the best way to save. It's going to end up being about $2,500 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So we just want the best way to save where our child will get the best return.
Well, you can invest it into an educational savings account, an ESA, up to $2,000 a year. And and I would put that in good growth stock mutual funds. Now, that's set up to be used for college. Okay? An ESA. And I would put it in a growth stock mutual fund that has a long track record. And if you need help with doing that, just go to daveramsey.com and click on ELP for endorsed. It stands for Endorsed Local Provider. It's the person I endorse. They don't work for me, but I endorse them in your area. They can help you set that up. And you can set it.
The rest, if we wanted to invest the rest of our child's money,
you can just put that in a mutual fund in their name if you want, or you could go on and do a 529 if you want, but it's only about $400 or $500 more a year. Here, and that's fine. Here's the thing. You're under absolutely no moral obligation or legal obligation to set that money aside. That is not the child's money. It's your money.
Right.
Okay. Just want to make sure you realize that. I don't mind if you set it aside if you want to do that. But you're raising the child. You took a child out of the foster care system, which is a lot of extra joy and challenges. and in order to encourage that, most areas have an incredible stipend program. And I'm sure, and this one obviously is a couple $100 a month, and that's wonderful. I'm glad they did that. And you're wonderful people for taking on this this joy and this challenge. And so, but I just want to make sure you know that just because it's like child support in a sense coming in, that parent is not obligated to set that money aside for the child because you're already supporting the child.
Right.
You're giving them shelter and food and clothing, and you're going to make sure they have a good life in all kinds of ways, whether this money comes in or not.
Right.
And so let's say the state decided to stop doing that 2 years from now. It's not like you're going to turn them back in.
No. And thankfully, we're in the financial position that we can provide plenty for this child.
Yeah. And so I guess my point is that you're going to do all of that anyway. And so if you mix this in with your income, you haven't done anything wrong. For the sake of our listeners, I want to say that out loud. But it's okay, certainly, if you want to set some aside, or all of it, or that plus some more money aside towards the kid's future. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Thanks for the call. John is on the line in Houston, Texas. Hey, John, how are you?
Hey, doing great. And I already know how you're doing. That previous caller, well, that kind of made my question feel a little bit selfish.
That's okay.
I was raised and adopted by my grandparents, and they're getting up into their 80s, and eventually I'm going to inherit their home and 10 acres. And my question is, my grandfather's already told me I'm 86 years old. Any improvements that are made to this property are going to be paid for by you, such as barns or upgrades or whatnot. He said, because I'm not going to reap the benefits of them. Okay, I understand that. He had a couple of pieces of fence that trees fell on. Well, in my opinion, that is maintenance. That's not upgrades. And I'm an hour and 10 minutes from him. He's wanting me to come out or pay someone to come out and fix the fence. Well, he's perfectly capable of doing that. How do I politely
How old is he?
86.
He ain't going to be out there putting that fence back up, huh?
He's not going to be doing it himself. He said, now he'll split firewood.
Okay. He's perfectly capable financially of having someone do it.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And what do you make a year?
Between my wife and I, 100.
Are you the sole heir?
of that property, yes.
Okay. And is your grandmother still living as well?
Yes. Both retired, both with ample income, both with everything's paid for. That's one thing they taught me, thank God.
That's good news. Okay.
And we're talking a day laborer for $100 for a day.
No, it's the principle. You're trying to figure out where the boundaries are.
Exactly. Yeah. Mine's more a family question, not a financial question.
Exactly.
There's money around to pay for it, be it me or them.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird that he's asking you to fix up his property, but he's doing. But I understand his premise. He's doing it on the basis of you're going to get the property.
But it's not mine yet.
I know. So
do I need to change his oil and tires?
Yeah, really. I mean, do I need to come out there and clean your dishes for you after dinner? I mean, where does this end? So,
but how do we politely say that?
Well, I don't know that you can. I think it's probably going to be a bigger discussion overall, and it starts with you honoring them and being grateful to them for all the years and grateful for them for the offer to leave this. And if you need me to start doing the basic maintenance items around here and take care of some things, I can do that for you, Pop, and I'm willing to just because I love you. But I kind of resent being expected to. So here's what we probably need to do. We probably need to go ahead and transfer the title to you and give them a life estate, meaning as long as they live and can inhabit the property, then they most life estates don't say live in the property. I always suggest that so that if they're in a nursing home for 5 years, you're not held up from doing something with the property.
Okay, they recently redid their will and had it put in trust. Is that a similar scenario?
They can redo that.
Okay.
And you
so this would lock it down.
Yeah, what I'm suggesting is locking it down. Or, you're just going to have to limit the amount of money you throw at this, and you're just doing it with a grin going, Pop's out of line, but whatever. It's $100,
Right,
and you
right.
Just
well, I've already got the guy scheduled for in the morning. And I've already committed to paying for it, and we're just going to call this one a wash. But I just wanted your opinion on.
I think what's occurring is that it's just an unreasonable question, and so we need to draw a line somewhere. But there's a cloud on the title that you can't sell it because you don't own it. Or you own it, but you can't do anything with it until they're dead, or they don't live in the property. Now, most life estates don't say live in the property. I always suggest that, so that if they're in a nursing home for 5 years, you're not held up from doing something with the property.
Okay, they recently redid their will and had it put in trust. Is that a similar scenario?
They can redo that.
Okay.
And you
this would lock it.
Or, you're just going to have to limit the amount of money you throw at this, and you're just doing it with a grin going, Pop's out of line, but whatever. It's $100,
Right,
and you
right. Well, I've already got the guy scheduled for in the morning, and I've already committed to paying for it, and we're just going to call this one a wash. But I just wanted your opinion on.
I think what's occurring is that it's just an unreasonable question, and so we need to draw a line somewhere.
Okay.
And so that's there. And if you want me to do this kind of stuff, I can do it. But I think we'll probably go ahead and move to a life estate situation in order to do that. Would probably be what I'd look at. Something where you got a little more control. And that probably just gives him a little pause, puts him back on his heels just a little bit, and goes, no, I think I want to own it. Okay, then if you own it, you need to maintain it. I'm not going to do any major improvements. I got that. And if you got a big expense and you need some help with it, I'll help you, Pop. But me coming down here or sending somebody down here every time you have a fence broke that's probably out of line. You just talk it through, but always being grateful and always being respectful for all that they've done for you, and the fact that you're being left this property is something else to be grateful for. That's a nice gift, and it is a gift because it's not you don't have any rights to it. So good question, man. Thanks for joining us. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Anytime you want to talk, this is the place. You want to check out all the events we're doing all over America, just go to DaveRamsey.com. I'll be leaving here in a little over an hour, heading to Denver, because tomorrow we're doing one of our Entree Leadership One-Day events, and on Saturday, we're doing one of our SMART conferences in Denver. Boy, that's going to be fun. If you haven't got tickets to either one of those, you ought to check them out. They're going to be a blast. So Denver this weekend, folks. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
The city of San Bernardino presents the inaugural Turkey Trot Thanksgiving morning, Thursday, November 26th. Rid yourself of your Thanksgiving pig-out guilt by starting the morning off with a 5K at San Manuel Stadium. Bring the kids for a mini trot at 7:45. There will also be a costume contest, music, and plenty of family fun activities. The cost is $10 per person, and parking is free. For tickets, go to www.eventbrite.com or call 909-726-1477.
This is KCAA Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of buysellmakeoffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale.
I'm Chris Maurer, CNBC Business Radio. Stocks are sharply higher. The Dow's up 302 points. The Nasdaq higher by 69. McDonald's with its first rise in global sales in 2 years.